I was squire to Sir Erlen of Pennytree since I was a boy. They charged me to be a good knight, to defend the weak and the innocent, and I swore that I would.
Are you Baelor Targaryen?
No.
Then would you move the fuck out of the way?
Yeah. Sorry.
What's your name?
Sir Duncan the Tall.
Never heard of him.
Do you know every knight in the Seven Kingdoms, then?
The good ones. If you could bring me to Ashford, I could squire for you, sir.
Rob me, and I'll hunt you down with dogs.
You don't have dogs!
I'll get some.
Where?
Oh!
Boys, stop gaping. See to my horse.
I'm not a stable boy, my lord.
Not clever enough.
I know I'm just a hedge knight, but sometimes I think there could be more.
Why do you treat these royal lapdogs like they're your betters?
They are my betters. These men have a name. I'm trading. What chance do I have? I have no chance.
Falling star brings luck to those who see it.
So the luck is ours alone? I need to fight honorably. But sometimes I think I buried my courage alongside the old man.
Within every man, there are many men. So be brave. Be just.
Get up!
Be tall.
China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.
Hey everyone, this is China Chicken, and I wanted to do a breakdown of A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, an HBO original show coming out January 18th, and it's in the world of Game of Thrones. So this story takes place about 100 years before Game of Thrones, and probably 100 or 200 years after the House of Dragon series that's currently going on right now. I actually read this book recently. It's a shorter book, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really liked it. It's about a knight called Duncan the Tall, and he's with a little squire kid that he becomes his squire. I won't spoil it for you, so go ahead and read those books. There's something about the little boy that's very important. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about this show and go over the trailer with you. So we'll go scene by scene through the trailer. Very excited for this. I did hear that Sir Duncan the Tall, I don't think they talked about it in the book, but I'm pretty sure George R.R. Martin, who's the writer of all the Game of Thrones stuff, said that Sir Duncan the Tall is an ancestor of Brienne of Tarth, actually. It's like her great-grandfather or something like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. So let's scrub through the trailer and talk about it. So yeah, we see a lot of scenes here throughout the trailer of Sir Duncan the Tall looking like he's getting ready to go out into battle or jousting or something. And during this time, he is in some sort of tournament that they're playing like a lot of different games like jousting and fighting each other and stuff. And there are a lot of Targaryens in this area, a lot of the higher houses here. So he's trying to build a name for himself and become an actual knight of the Seven Kingdoms. At this point, he's just like a hedge knight, which he was a squire for a real knight. So but the knight died that he was a squire for, so he's trying to become like a real knight of the Seven Kingdoms, which I think is pretty cool. So this boy is very important. Again, I'm not going to spoil it, but yeah, he's following around Sir Duncan the Tall, and he wants to be a squire, and he's very knowledgeable about the high houses, about all the Targaryens, and Baratheons and all the higher houses, and he knows like all the knights in the Seven Kingdoms. And even Duncan the Tall asks, do you know every knight? And he's like, yeah, all the good ones. So I thought that was kind of funny. You get this Targaryen character here treating Sir Duncan the Tall like a little peasant, like a little ant. And, you know, that's typical for Targaryens, especially the ones that, you know, are like kind of similar to like Joffrey Baratheon, who think they're like the best. And yeah, so, you know, he's a highborn that thinks he's greater than everyone else. And in reality, he is, I guess, in this world. So kind of funny there. And again, you get a lot of battles and jousting and just like a lot of characters fighting each other, a lot of different tournaments going on in this, which I think is always the most fun about Game of Thrones, is the tournaments that they do. There's always some sort of tournament that ends up starting a war in some way. So I thought that was kind of funny, kind of cool to be going over Game of Thrones in this world. I think this is only supposed to be like 6 episodes, so it's all taking place in like the same area, character building, showing us all the higher houses and all that stuff. So pretty cool to see. So I like this scene here, and I remember this from the book. You can tell by some of these characters here, especially the one with the horns here. You can tell that's the like Baratheon horns, and I'm pretty sure this character is Lionel Baratheon, who is like the great grandfather of Robert Baratheon, who ends up being the king of the Seven Kingdoms. Obviously, Robert Baratheon does. So kind of interesting there that they're showing him here. But yeah, this is like a big battle towards the end of the book, from what I recall. But again, this show only has 6 episodes, and I'm pretty sure it's just a limited series, so there's not going to be a season 2 or anything. So they're just going to roll right through the book in these 7 or 6 episodes. So pretty cool to see this. And then here's one of the Targaryen characters again. He's putting on his helmet. His helmet looks so cool, and his armor just in general so intimidating. So it'll be really fun to see him in battle. And then this ending scene here just shows how much time and money that they put into this show here. Kind of like the zoom in of them just starting a jousting battle, but you can see it's like a 6-on-6 battle here. It's not jousting, but yeah, they're actually fighting each other here. They're starting on horseback, and then they'll eventually be on foot, fighting each other hand to hand and sword to sword. So pretty cool to see here. I think this is going to be a really fun show to watch, and this is the ending scene of the trailer. So yeah, pretty cool. Let me know if you guys have any info that you want to talk about down in the comments about this show. I'm very excited. It should be a really fun show. Just a, you know, quick 6-episode limited series type show that gets more into the world of Game of Thrones. Again, 100 years before Robert's rebellion in Game of Thrones here. So pretty fun to see this timeline of Game of Thrones. Again, a lot of Targaryens. I'm not sure if any dragons are alive at this time. This might be like right when all of the dragons have died. I'm not really too sure, but let me know if you guys want to talk about anything down in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you guys. So again, leave a like and subscribe, and have a great day, everybody.
Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.